Good evening, everybody. How are you today? This is just a quick hello to just talk to some other new sellers or some experienced sellers. But as a new seller, I just needed to jump on and just feel a sense of community, get some encouragement. I'm a little bit exhausted, and I said, "Hi, curated. How are you, my dear?" I said that I'd made an obligation to myself kind of almost to the end of June to go on Everyday Live, and I've done that until today. Um, I didn't sell anything this morning. I didn't schedule a show for this morning because I had an early appointment, but I've been working a lot with my full-time job and just kind of a little just tired. Honestly, I'm just tired. So I wanted to jump on for a second and just get some feedback from some of you. If you're a new seller or a seasoned seller or what have you, just wanted to chat it up for a minute. I'm a late owl and I am already in my PJs. I am headed to bed and it is 7:30 my time. That's unheard of. Curated said, I'm just planning my first show, vintage jewelry. That's my love. I love, love, love vintage jewelry. I love vintage anything, but I particularly love vintage jewelry. And vintage jewelry is easy to pack. I've sold some other things that were just vintage home decor. Hey, Erin, how are you, my dear? Um, and so I've experienced the packing with those things. And I just prefer the jewelry is easy if you're doing this part time. And I think just starting, what you find easy to pack makes it easy to keep going. Um, yes, I can. Oh, girl, you are preaching to the choir. I can hoard it too. I can absolutely hoard it. And it's so funny because my husband keeps telling me, you're supposed to be selling jewelry, not buying it. And I say, well, I need an inventory. But what I'm finding along the way is what I keep telling myself is I'm buying this wonderful jewelry, but I'm buying and I'm sourcing it at a higher price point. So it's not easy to resell. So I get to keep it. That's not the point, y'all. The point is to sell it. The point is to sell it. And so I've had some things sell low, just some things that I wanted to move, and that was easy to sell. But the things that I've purposely sourced are just harder to move because I haven't gotten the right price point. Nine dimes, welcome in, honey. I love jewelry. There are infinite varieties. It never gets boring. I so agree. I so agree with you. It never gets boring. I always think that actually I'm gonna tell on myself because I stole this from Chat GBT. I was looking up kind of conversation pieces going. You know how when it's slow and you want to get the chat kind of riled up a little bit and your friends involved. And one of the prompts was jewelry, particularly vintage jewelry, has a story. What story do you think this piece is telling? And so that was a lot of fun. I only had a few people in my show that day, but everybody kind of chimed in. Um, my coin shows? Yes. Oh, at Nine Dimes. Oh, Nine Dimes coin shows. Okay, got it, got it, got it. I've got to check a coin show out, Nine Dimes. I don't know. I'm struggling with keeping people in the room. Tell me what you all are doing. And Nine Dimes, I will definitely check out your show and curate it. Let us know if you've already scheduled or planned your first show. When is it? When is it? Okay, okay. When are you shooting for, curated? I will. I will definitely follow you. I will definitely follow you. Absolutely will. Oh, cool, cool. For me, I'm an overthinker, somewhat of a perfectionist, and I love to analyze. And so when I found myself trying to find the perfect time, I realized that yeah, that's me. I realized that I was overdoing it. And so I just had to push the button and start it. It was so funny. I scheduled it on a Friday for a Saturday morning and made my husband get involved. I was like, "You're going to be my audience. You're going to be here. Hand me this." Everything the first time said free shipping, everything that I'd always in rehearsal mode. I'm telling you, it's nothing like a show. Even if you just do a private show for your friends and family, rehearsal mode is crazy. I just got a thermal printer and that thing has saved my life. The last week of my life has been so much easier than the 3 or 4 weeks before that. So I agree with the thermal printer. But there's also something to be said about just doing it because if you do it scared and you do it unprepared, I think that kind of on the job training equips you that much more for time number two, that much more for time number three. And not because you've said that, but just knowing my personality. And now that I'm in my 50s, I realize that, I mean, if I mess up, who the hell cares? I don't. I'm just going to try it again tomorrow or whenever I get the energy to try it again. But I could also see my earlier self, my younger self, saying, "This isn't right. This isn't right. This isn't right. You have to do X, Y, and Z because I want it to be perfect. I want it to be great." I always like to show up and show out, as you say. But I'm so thankful that I just kind of got into it, got dirty with it, and learned from it. And of course, I'm still learning from it. So what can I say? But I am exhausted. I'm so tired. I am so tired. Some of my shows have been great. Others have been just me talking to myself for an hour, or people jumping in, jumping out and not corresponding. And sometimes it just is like that. Curated said, totally. Yeah, my husband and I are doing the show together. It will be fun. Oh, that will be a lot of fun. That will be a lot of fun. I also think that helps get people engaged when you have somebody else to talk to and there's a storyline on your side of it. And Nine Dime said, speed and variety are the two biggest tools to keep an audience here on Whatnot. I love that. Speed and variety. So, the speed I'm playing with, tell me a little bit more about variety. Any ideas of how to change variety? And Nine Dimes, I've just got to check you out. I know I just have to check you out, but any advice you can give me on here would be helpful as well. Give us on here would be helpful as well. Sometimes I think I'm focusing so much on running fast that I'm not as engaging as I need to be because I love people and I can get caught in the people trap. I'm also doing shows. I get my best audience early in the morning. So I'm doing shows before work. So I may be on at 5:30 in the morning because I need to get off at 7 so I can get ready for my day. And I think if I'm honest with myself and I go back and I hear myself and I think through some of my shows, I'm trying to rush through it because I'm looking at the clock like I've got 15 more minutes. I've got 20 more minutes. I need to sell some jewelry. I need to get some people energized and engaged. So I'm working on that. Oh, okay, okay. Let me ask you this, Nine Dimes. What have you found? And I know everybody's experience is different, but what have you found to be your most effective time so far as the time that you spend in your show, like number of hours for one show? I've heard, and consistency. How many days a week have you found works for you? I want to be consistent, but I can't keep this everyday pace. The longer, the better. Okay. Okay. Oh, good question, curated. Very good question. Hey, Chels, welcome in. We're chatting away about shows and shows and shows. It's better to have 2 6-hour shows than 5 1-hour shows. Cool. I'm so glad that you said that because I'm on the 5 to 6 1-hour shows trajectory a week. That's very good to know. And I'm going to make that adjustment tomorrow morning in my schedule. Um, that is good to know. I need to figure out how to have longer shows and just do them fewer times a week. I've heard someone just today talk about fear of missing out when you're on consistently, but just a couple, 2 or 3 times a week, that people tend to pay more attention to you because if other sellers are on all the time or every day, they kind of tend to think in the back of their mind that they can catch them anytime. So there's no urgency created, if that makes sense. So I'm definitely going to change that. Thank you for that advice. I appreciate you. Nine Dimes, how long have you been selling on the app? And were you a reseller before somewhere else? Wow, 2 years. Okay, cool. Were you, when you started 2 years ago, were you a brand new reseller or did you resell elsewhere? And Chels, chime in too. We want to hear from you as well. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Gotcha, gotcha. Um, I've heard a lot of people talk about the difference. I've sold a couple of things on the bay, just here and there, but never just stuff I was getting rid of, never as something that was even purposeful, if you will. Um, I know that's a, what do they call it? A slow nickel versus a fast dime. Um, can you expound on that or give us any feedback on that? Oh, really? Curated, you did. Okay. Tell me what your experience was curated as well with the the bay and with the flea markets. For retirement, I would love to have a brick and mortar because I just want people in and out all day, I think. But at some point, profit and loss does make a difference when you have a business. Nine Dimes said, yes, I'm fast. I believe in turnover as much inventory as possible as fast as you can. Okay, good to know. And Curated said, can't comment much on the bay. Everything sold, but it felt tedious to me. And that's, oh, got it. Yeah, 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 yeah. With the posting and everything. Welcome in, Maddie. Welcome in. Oh, long hours and winters are dead. Where about in the country are you? Like which region, or if you want to say your state, whichever. But just curious about that. Oh, got it. Oh, yeah, I can imagine. So, is your flea market an outdoor flea market or is it interior and the weather would still kind of slow the traffic? I could imagine how either of those scenarios would be hard in cold weather. Okay, got it. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. That makes sense. Do either of you source from hey, welcome in, Lucky. Source from estate sales? And what is that relationship like if you do? Sometimes, okay. Do you find, oh, okay. 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 That's good to know. That is very good to know. Um, that is the only thing I haven't tried. Is public auctions. I've gotten some good deals from estate sales. I found some things at flea markets, found some things as lots online, but I have not tried a public auction. Nine Dimes, in your state, is there anything that you have to do to register to attend a public auction, or is it just as it sounds? Is it open to the public? Oh, that's good to know. Hmm. When I go, okay, got it. When I go into estate sales now, it's almost like they're a reseller. I mean, everything is so overpriced now. And Curated said estate sales can be very overpriced, yes, but I found some good ones. Okay. I am too. I'm cheap too. But you have to be cheap if you're sourcing for resale because you have to have a margin. And you have to appreciate your audience. I mean, it's only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. And do you want it to sit for a long time or do you want it to sell relatively quickly? And yeah, I agree. You got to buy low. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Okay. Well, I know where I need to kind of figure some things out. Now, if I could consistently get things that low and source that low, I could sell volume in a heartbeat. But yeah, you make money when you buy. I agree. Yeah. So the volume is not there for me because my start price on some things have to be higher because I've sourced higher. And that's just not an easy thing to do. I will find it. I'm going to keep, and I'm glad that both of you are telling me this because I'm just going to keep going until I find what I need and understand how to better source it. That could make all the difference in the world. Well, it will make all the difference in the world. Find out the folks who don't want their stuff. That's perfect advice. That is perfect advice. Yep. Okay. Okay. I hate yard sales, y'all, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to put on that smiling face on early Saturday morning and go to some yard sales. Bulk lots, yes. I've had some bulk lots. I've had, good and bad luck with bulk lots, but I know, I mean, it's, averages, so I get it. I had one of my husband's coworkers' mother was going to some type of long-term care facility. And so when they said they were clearing out her house, the first thing I asked was if she has jewelry, let me send me pictures, let me know what you want for everything. But the daughters had already taken care of that. So I was a day late and a dollar short. But I'm learning how to ask those questions and just pay attention to conversations to understand how to just get in there while people are trying to clear out and make some room. And somebody also said something I was listening to, we're talking about a lot of times when it's, yeah, everywhere you go, okay, I'll start doing that too. And seasonally, now that people are thinking about school starting again, and you start to tend to think about getting things more aligned and decluttered, is a great time to try to find some things too. So I'll definitely pay more attention to my sourcing this week and next week, and from henceforth out. Actually, you all have given me some great ideas and some great motivators, some great motivation, I should say. I'm really excited about a public auction as well. Is it really like I've been to like silent auctions for fundraisers and stuff before, so I'm curious. Is a public auction, I mean, literally, do you have like a paddle and you just raise your paddle and the highest bidder really gets it? Is as simple as that? Okay. Let me go experiment this week. I'm going to, is there a website? I think I looked on a website in my area and there were only auctions, I want to say online. So are there other ways that I can find public auctions? Yep. Okay. That's where I think I went. I only saw online, but I can do a broader search and just travel and find some public auctions. So that's exactly what I'll do. Thank you so much for that advice, you all. I appreciate you guys so much. Nine Dimes, when is your next show? Oh, and Nine Dimes, I love your logo. I just looked at that. I love it. Oh, I love it. Tomorrow at 2:22. Is that Eastern or Central or what? Okay, okay. I'm getting ready to. I'll follow both of you right back, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go bookmark your show Nine Dimes so I can hop in there tomorrow too. I'm excited. I'm just excited to get in there. Hey, Lost Then Found. Welcome in. Welcome in. We are just having some really chats, making friends about supporting new sellers, and let us know what your situation is, where you're coming in from, and if you're a seller on the app. If so, how long? Oh, okay. I do that all the time. I do that all the time. Sometimes my connection will get a little iffy too, and I have to go out and come back in. So it just looks like I'm hopping in and out of people's shows. But hey, it's okay. They're used to it. We all have short attention spans, and so people tend to come in and out. Oh, yes. The last week has been very glitchy. Lost Then Found said, brand new. Would like to know if we can use rehearsal mode more than once. Um, oh, thank you for sharing Lost Then Found. I think you may be able to use rehearsal mode, but I've found that using the private mode for your actual show is much better than rehearsal mode. Rehearsal mode did not help me at all. And unfortunately, I didn't know about private mode until I did my first show. But rehearsal mode and private mode are very, very different. In private mode, you can actually stream a show. You get all of the true in time effects and feels of all the buttons and all the things that you need to do and can practice in private mode. And you just invite, a few people that you trust and that are close to you who will give you honest feedback, and you can actually kind of fumble your way through it with them. I did not find rehearsal mode very helpful. Y'all chime in on that one. That was just my personal experience, so I would definitely recommend private mode. That's right. That's a good point, Nine Dimes. Um, with private mode, I did have items for sale, but what I did was I put just one, like a random pull in, as a listing, and I just ran it. I kept changing the price, kept changing the auction time. So it'll allow you to kind of play with that, if that makes sense. Like list like a 1 to 3 ounce item as a random pull, state that you have multiple quantities of it, and then get used to running that item time and time again. You could also load items in your bin and, see how to navigate setting them from auction to buy now or to marketplace. So I don't think there's just one answer to that question. I think you could do it any way that you wanted to. Okay, and curated, yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh, no worries, lost and found. Let us know when you're doing it. Absolutely. If you want some people in there, I know I'll come, or I'll try to if my schedule permits. Also, this is very, very part-time for me. And I'm new, so I'm happy to do whatever I can. But if I can come in and help, I will, most definitely. What are you going to sell, lost and found? Welcome in, Mo Thrifty Gang. We are just talking about selling on the app, vintage Y2K. Oh, wow, cool. All right, that is so cool. That's exciting. That is so exciting. Do you know kind of when your first show may be, or when you're thinking about having your first show? Mm. See, curated, I'm like you. Hey, Mo Thrifty. What are you a seller as well, Mo Thrifty? And curated, I'm like you. I have a lot of vintage costumes, some sterling. Not a lot of artesian though, or artisan. Okay, okay. Let us know. Keep us posted so we can follow and support. Definitely keep us posted. We've been talking about you're welcome. Absolutely. Thank you. We've been talking about, you know, times to run a show, the length of one show versus being on shorter times, multiple times a week, the pace of a show, running them fast to keep people engaged, just working on engagements. We are going to, or I know I am going to attend Nine Dime show tomorrow at 2:22 Eastern time, 2:22 p.m. Eastern. So we will check that out as well. And I just think it's good for us to see different things and experience different things so we can figure out what works for us. So anyway, I just love the support, y'all. Thank you so much. If anybody has anything else to say, please do so. I said earlier, I'm already in my PJs, which is so uncommon for me. I am never even thinking about the bed before 10 or 11, and I am literally getting ready to go to bed and go to sleep. I am just absolutely exhausted. Okay. My husband's trying to call too. Oh, our late night show's best. Nice to meet you. Oh, yeah, it's definitely bedtime. Lost then found. I've tried a variety of shows in my little short time on here. For me, the morning works best. It could be my energy in the morning is different. But I've not had good success in the afternoon or the evening, but people host shows all the time. And I do not preload my stuff. I have some stuff in the bin, but I run things randomly. I don't preload. I was trying to do all of that in the beginning, and I was like, this is just way too time consuming. I do random pulls. I've heard him say the same thing. Rated. Yep, the best time is when you're at your best, and I think I'm at my best in the morning. I think there's something about being fresh and I don't have a lot of distractions on my mind. I haven't given them that space yet. So I think for me, that is probably what makes the morning best for me. Okay, good feedback, Nine Dimes. Yeah, good feedback. Oh, well then lost and found, then the morning would not be for you, honey. Uh-uh. We'll see you in the afternoon or the evening. I get confused on the random stuff. I'm scared of wrong weight and mess up shipping. Do whatever works for you, though. Just whatever you're most comfortable with will be, I think, what works for you. You may eventually decide something else may work for you. I was confused on the random too when I first started, and it wasn't that long ago. But I figured out that for me, it is easier than trying to find everything. I get real lost trying to find everything, and that frustrates me if I'm going to the bin. I heard 1 to 5 pounds is the same ship cost. Is that right? Yes. You can ship things under 5 pounds. What happens is 1 to 3 ounces is 1 pound. I'm sorry, 1 to 3 ounces is one price. Then it inches up until you get to 1 pound. If you are mailing 1 pound, either domestic or I'm sorry, if you're mailing 1 pound priority or priority flat rate, priority is good for 921 until 5 pounds. If you're mailing flat rate, you can mail up to 77 pounds so long as it fits in a priority flat mail box. Okay. Look at yeah, that's right. 1 to 70 pounds if you're selling flat rate. Look at videos on YouTube with The Archivist and the Hodgepodge Place. They do great shipping videos. And shipping is not as intimidating as it seems. It's it's not. Whatnot makes it easy, but it makes it easier when you go in and have to do it. I couldn't relate to a lot of things they were saying on the videos until I got into the app and had to ship things and weigh things to really understand and make it click. It was like I was dealing with something abstract and it had no tactical connection for me. So I had to get in there and play with it to see it. And then as soon as I saw it, it connected. Hey, welcome in, Eileen and company. I can't see the whole back up. Yeah, right. Yeah. Yeah. Even if you have your husband buy a couple of things so you can play around with the back end shipping, just make sure you ship them. But even if you can have him buy a couple of things and play around with it so you can kind of see the differences and the nuances with it would be helpful. I didn't know that on the front end, but I understand it on the back end now because I've seen it. But there were just certain things I just, certain things you just can't relate to until you actually are in there to do it. That's the best way I can explain that. Okay, cool. Yeah, definitely do a private show to get used to it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's follow each other, y'all, and let's keep each other posted on when we're doing shows. Nine Dimes. I will see you tomorrow. Definitely see you tomorrow. I will be in there. I don't know. That's during the workday for me, so I don't know how long I'll be able to be in the show, but I will be in there. So just know that. And even if I don't respond by saying something, you're in the background while I'm doing it. So I will definitely be watching you tomorrow as well. And y'all, let's definitely just let's keep each other posted. Let's, continue to do these types of supports. Let's ask questions for anything that we need. And if we don't have the answers, we can always collectively find them. Okay. Oh, thank you. Good night. Good night to you too. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, guys. I'm going to bed. I'm old and I'm tired. So good night. It was great seeing y'all. Oh, yeah. Okay, let's raid. Let's see. Who can we raid? Hold on. Let's see. Who can, great job, curated. Who can we raid? Let's see. Let's raid Farm. I love Farm. She has good bundles too sometimes. So let's see if we can raid Farm. We will raid now.